It's a go. I talk for years ago. It's a go. It's a. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 14. You don't know.
We thank God.
First, we'd like to apologize for, just recording this on a Tuesday. Normally we record on Sundays, but, we have good news. Our producer just became an uncle.
Uncle London. That's it.
This is not my real age,
Yeah.
This is not my real age,
He's not taking applications.
We thank God.
Visa applications.
We thank God.
Let us know.
We'd like to give a big shout out to Ade's sister and Ade himself.
Yes.
Welcome to the Uncle's world.
Welcome to the Uncle's Club. The Uncle's Club.
Finally, he has arrived.
Finally,
Oz, have you been?
It's by the grace of God I'm here.
Mm.
I'm still grateful. I've had an extraordinary, wonderful, great, soul-searching, love-filling week.
It's only Tuesday.
I know. And do you know what? I think it was because of the whole wedding on Monday. I went to...
you don't stop going to wedding, do you? You don't stop going to weddings. Every day wedding. I was wedding. And you haven't found your soulmate yet?
No, I'm a professional wedding goer.
Wow.
I go to,
I think that's already been established.
Yeah, but it is what it is. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was great. It was a really close family friend of ours that got married, and the love was just yeah, man. It was good. I'm good, man. How are you?
Not bad. If you're smiling like this on Tuesday, I want to see what Friday is like.
Yeah.
Same energy, bruv.
Friday got a wedding that I'm going to.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When are you marrying?
Oh, ask whenever you're ready.
When will you marry? Whenever you're ready.
When
will you marry?
Once you do yours, boom. Give me a couple of years after I'll do mine.
Time waits for no man.
But me, I'm waiting for you.
Famous saying, you know that.
Patiently waiting.
Patiently waiting.
There's blessing in waiting.
Okay. We'll just leave it there. Talking about, previous topic where we spoke about, does everyone deserve a home?
Woo!
Any feedback? Contribution?
You know what?
I have a few.
And a lot of people I think the whole purpose of everything that we do really is to spark a dialogue and to open people's mind to different form of thinking.
Yeah.
And funny enough, a lot of people told me, when I mean a lot of people, I mean 2 people.
As long as they're listening.
They told me that they actually saw it from a different, they understood where I was coming from.
Yeah.
And they, in a way, kind of, understand the politics of the world that we're in through to, the typical question of, why are people still homeless in a so-called modern civilization.
Mm-hmm.
And just it is what it is, man. That's pretty much what it is. I was just grateful. I was I get it. I get it from a moral standpoint. Everything I said, I get it, but it's not the same.
So in terms of, is that the only kind of dialogue you had with people? You have a point. Did anyone say, you know what? Tell them actually makes sense in terms of sentiments.
No. I don't think anyone ever doubted that you didn't make sense or you weren't coming across correctly. Yeah. I think that was very clear. I don't think anyone that I speak to didn't feel that you were talking nonsense or I was talking nonsense. I think more so people more agree from your point of view. I never really expected a lot of people to agree from my point of view, but my goal was to try and shine some light and get people to understand from that perspective. Definitely. So it was never of if you were
right or wrong,
if you were wrong or if I was wrong, albeit if it came boiled down to the matter of right or wrong, then I'll be the first one to put my hands up and go in that sense my views are incorrect. But it's not a case of right or wrong.
Do you know one thing? I'm going to read one of the conversation I had with a very good friend of mine. Shout out to Tofi. She started the dialogue in a very professional way. For those of you who are going to be listening via SoundCloud or iTunes podcast, please refer to the video as well. I'm going to read it here. It says, it starts with Ari. Episode 13, I think the word you were looking for instead of moral was sentiment, and that is spot on.
Okay.
For me, I think, you know, in terms of what my angle, that is spot on. And she further goes on to say, I got where you were both coming from, but I think your opinion that people who may have been of service to the country or contributed to their community in some form or the other deserve, caps lock and bold, to be housed by the government is based on sentiment. Which I do agree. After, you know, going away, and this is the thing with this podcast, is like, even after we make our point here, I still go away and think about, you know, what I've said, and, you know, I had to agree, like, to some point. But obviously, and she was like, emotional sentiment to be precise. And I said, yeah, I do understand, you know, you're leaning towards, you know, Oz's point of view. And, you know, and she was like, he's not, and I called you, to be honest, I said, but my co-host is a heartless human being. I told her that. I said you're a heartless human being. Yeah, I said you're a heartless human being. See what
people say just to win an argument.
And she said, he's not.
You assassinated my character.
Can I finish?
Well, no, you cannot finish.
Can I finish?
No.
Assassination of character.
No, you assassinated my character to somebody that doesn't even know me.
But look at what she said.
No. I know. If you're lucky right now that your shares hasn't grown to the stage where I will sue you. Right? You're so lucky for defamation of character.
You want to sue me for what?
For
I have nothing but this voice.
I know what you have. So you're lucky. You're lucky that land in Jegule.
Let me just quickly read this. She said he's not. I understood where he's coming from as well. True, but then where does that stop? Exactly. So I mean, she did have a point saying, you know, when, and then we further went on. She actually said, you know, where does that stop? And I said, you know, junkies. And she's like, you can't really say that because she's from like the psychiatric background. She was like, you can't really say that.
They're very politically, what's the word?
She's not PC in it. And she was like, okay, you know what? Some people are actually forced to be in that situation. It's not a choice, but you know how I feel about junkies, isn't it? I don't know, you know, for me personally.
I like, it's true. I think you would have to, I think for someone like you, you're not going to know that view until you spend time with people that are...
Why would I want to spend time with
you? But I'm being deadly serious. I think that was one of the main things that I found really eye-opening when I started to have conversation with people that are in transition from a junkie to, you know, regaining control of their addiction and of their mind. I think that was a very empowering moment for me.
True.
And I think it's definitely something that we as fellow humans...
Do you know what? I'm going to take you up on that, and maybe one day when you're going on one of your runs, because the type of charity I deal with is, you know, obviously different. So maybe when you're going to go on your run, one day I'm going to come with you and try to understand people. You know, that's what we're in this world for.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
And I have to give out one more shout out to someone who's very important. If not, I would die.
Who are you gonna give a very important shout out to?
The last time I said something, they told me in terms of the critique for the show, I didn't mention them, and they were like, "No, I want my props." So shout out to Catherine.
Who's Catherine? Whoa, you actually said her name.
Shout out to Catherine.
Whoa. Who's Catherine?
She gave us some positive feedbacks about, you know, the camera position.
Catherine?
And she said this fruit bowl is suffering. We need to put fruit inside.
Hey, Catherine,
So this is Ade. We're looking for sponsor. So Ade, when next you are coming to do the show in this your studio, you have to put fruit here. We have Fanta today. Fanta.
Guys, if you know me, if anybody that knows me, you know my love and passion for this wonderful beverage that was created by the Coca-Cola family.
That's why you're 6'4", skinny and pot belly, and you keep doing sit-up in the gym every day. But that pot belly will not go away because you keep drinking Fanta every day. Fanta.
But to be honest, I'm gonna be totally honest. This is the first Fanta I've had in the last 3 weeks. I don't believe that. I'm being dead serious.
I don't believe you.
It's the second longest period I've been without Fanta.
Oh wow. It sounds like heartbreak to you though.
Yeah, no, because I'm obviously man's kind of enjoying it, so you got
trying to stay in shape.
Yeah, trying to cut down a little bit on the...
I think I have to say the public announcement to the Nigerian public. All women single and unmarried. Even if you're married, be warned. Us is coming to Nigeria.
I know, I'm just coming to support.
But anyway, this week...
You never told us who Catherine was.
Catherine, that's my missus.
Oh, stop it.
You can't deny love.
Oh,
You smoke.
that's so
Are you high?
That's so sweet. Oh. How long you and Catherine been together?
Anyway, so talking about this week, we try, as much as we always say, we bring humor to the show, and we still talk about things, that are really important. So this week, how do I say this with humor attached to it?
There's nothing. I don't think if you don't need to, you just need to say it. And if
Now, let's not get it twisted that someone's been, affected by this.
Okay.
But my main issue is not what happened.
Mm-hmm.
My main issue is Great Britain telling Russia they have 24 hours, and Boris Johnson telling Vladimir Putin, that's his name, Vladimir Putin, yeah, that he has 24 hours.
Do you know what?
To answer him.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Boris is my trigger. I support that dude.
Before you wait, hold on. Let me stop you there now, because I know what you're going to
what?
Before you go on your charade of Boris Johnson's your jigger, let me stop you there now. Let us talk about what happened. So 2 weeks ago, a former Russian spy was attacked.
He's a double spy. So
A double spy. I was going to get there.
Okay.
Let us paint. Let us do the media side of it first.
No problem.
A former Russian spy who is now doing Beborum, who is doing Amebo. A former Russian Amebo who is now doing Amebo for England. If you don't know Amebo, it's Aproko.
If you don't know what that one is,
but it's not minding his business for Russia again. It's for England.
Long throat.
He used to spy for Russia. Now he's spying for England. Number one, that's failure. I don't know what he was thinking, but anyway, I want to say an innocent man has been, but he's not innocent. Let's start there. He's not innocent.
I mean,
the job.
That's the job.
It's related to what we were saying last week, when you serve your country, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Being attacked with a nerve agent. Mm-hmm. But I think he's still in critical condition. Mm-hmm. But I think the sad part is, I think his daughter or something, or there was a female companion. It was having dinner. I think maybe either his daughter, I don't know, but I think the person's a family, a relative anyway, also got affected by this, which is the sad part.
Yeah.
And my thing is, it's the way that it's been handled. Generally.
What do you mean?
In terms of now, England's reaction is Great Britain's reaction is, we're going to go to Salisbury, we're going to investigate. Okay, this is negligence that's been used, and then they come out and openly criticize Putin and his government for this attack. I don't know what kind of investigation was carried out, what kind of work was carried out, but I think it was so quick. It was too quick for Great Britain to say, Putin, Russia, you're responsible for this, just based on the fact that a guy was an ex-KGB, a former spy, now a double spy. I think if you were to ask me, this is what I think England have done. They've recruited someone for information because of the kind of information they hold, and they have failed to protect this person.
Okay.
Right? And what they've now done is, you know how we always say in England, it's you fall on your sword.
Yeah.
Nobody takes it, you fall on your sword. What they've done is automatically just counter back, saying we need to blame someone as quickly as possible, because if we take another day, the public will be like, number one, how is someone getting killed in England for the second time in 10 years?
A spy as well.
For the second time in 10 years. How's that happening? Who's leaking information? Do you have a mole? Whatever. I don't want to go too deep in that. I like my life.
I'm going to ask you one question quickly. When you graduated, did you ever apply for MI5?
Say what?
Okay, cool. I just need to answer that question. Because
I love you, but I can't die for you.
No, I'm not. I just want, because obviously it was that they had a massive graduate scheme.
Oh, really? No, did you?
Of course I did.
But you can never be a spy. I'm sorry. You can never. You talk too much.
You think I'm not a spy,
You can never be a spy. You talk too much.
Maybe I'm just good at what I do.
Really? Talking?
Why not? Extracting information.
From who?
Is the name of the game, right?
From who?
What makes you think I've been sold your personal data?
To who?
Don't worry.
What personal data? I don't know shit. You don't mean Jack.
The reason I ask that because when you fill out the form, there's a series of questions that they ask you, right, on the form. For any one of you that applied or were like me, and a bunch of other friends of mine that applied and got rejected very quickly. And you know the paper part, once you get rejected, you can't apply again for another 5 years.
Yeah, but the thing is, maybe at the interview they asked them so much and then
we didn't even get that
started giving all his life instruction. My name is Omotola Nigerian. Slow down, sir. This is a secret agency.
No.
Secret agency.
The reason I say that is that because a lot of the time they have a vast amount of information that are known to them before it's released into the public.
Yeah.
Right, and then therefore, and the public media outlets are majority of the time when it comes to these spy games are pawns. Right, so maybe in some cases you get an odd breakthrough with the Guardians with independent stuff, doing their own investigation. But major stories that are done usually done on a pawn case. So fed information.
Are you going to say that's the reason why they immediately, I wouldn't say immediately, but it was a very quick decision that was made,
I would say for us it looks like a quick decision.
Yeah.
But I think for them I don't think it was a quick decision. I think it is something they probably already knew. Right?
Yeah.
They're already anticipated.
Yeah.
And yes, you're 100% right. They failed.
They failed to protect.
They failed to protect
two different spies.
Their information, right? Their key information. And I think blaming Russia, for me, was that a good move? No, not.
No way, because it was publicly, and then putting a time frame as well was ridiculous.
Not at all. But was it a boss move that England needed in the terms of this whole Brexit? Yes.
Honestly, I think it's made us look like a...
No, it hasn't. I tell you why.
You've got to put in wait, this is someone who would not budge under any other government. And you've gone to him, you've got 24 hours. Did they get anything right now?
No.
Has anything been...
But it's the mentality you have to look at. You have to look at for a sense of Europe right now is a bully. And to destroy a group of bullies, you usually tend to beat the biggest one. Yeah. And that's what UK in that principle, I guess what I'm trying to formulate is what they've tried to do. That's why I said that this guy Boris Johnson is my jigger. Because
how? He looks like a joke.
Yes, exactly. He epitomizes what
a joke.
What? Sorry guys. I thought I put my phone in silent, but I didn't.
Is that your jiggle?
It's my mom. It's my mom. It's my mom. But we ain't finna answer that on.
Anyway.
Yeah, but this is what I say.
I don't want you to spend tonight prison, bro. Let's talk about the matter, man. Allow you. There's so many things I can say about that man. Allow Boris Johnson right
Boris, next Prime Minister Boris, bro.
The thing is, my point is, why would you not give yourself a breathing space? Why would you give him 24 hours to answer you? It's a joke.
I understand the time frame. Do you know? I don't want to go too much into it. No, I don't want to because we don't have that much information.
No, right? It's not like there is enough information out there in terms of what's allowed to the public.
No, we're only going to be speculating, really and truly.
Okay, but according to what's allowed to the public, we have enough information to talk about.
Okay, yeah, we can, but it's gonna be like okay, from our perspective, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, borderline conspiracy.
No, and I was going to get there. You can say, for me, do you want to know what I believe?
Please tell us.
Okay, I don't believe this. Let me rephrase. I don't want to die. Passport is just
round the corner.
It's just round the corner. What I think, in my opinion, that is not
irrelevant.
Not 100% concrete. This is a disclaimer.
That is a hard disclaimer.
I'm just saying, because we are doing a talk show, I have to be able to look at the other side. Now, the other side I'm looking at is maybe England felt this guy was of no use and they disposed him. Maybe Great Britain just disposed the guy.
That's cold.
No,
that's cold.
Okay, so when you accuse someone and he says, I didn't do it, and every time you're like, you have 24 hours to answer, and he's saying, why should I do your job for you? Why don't you look for the result and then tell the whole world what happened? That you can't help but allow. You know what? If like I was saying to someone at dinner on Sunday, my friends on Sunday, I said, if you want to say something bad, if you want to paint someone as a bad person, all you have to do is keep saying the same thing that's bad about that person. When you hear of Russia, you don't think of anything good. True. The same way when you are in Africa, you don't think about Wakanda, but suffering people. When you think about Putin, you think about KGB. When you think about KGB, you think about the nastiest stuff you can think about. Murder, spy, war, everything. But when you look at earlier now, when you mentioned MI5, you said it softly. They do the same thing KGB does.
Yeah.
They collect information and data to get the upper hand, the advantage, right? So what makes MI5 so pleasant and Interpol to the ear that KGB doesn't? It's just like one party has reported so much bad news.
It comes back to what I mentioned, what I touched upon last week.
Yeah.
About democracy. That's what it comes back to. It boils down to democracy.
I think we're going to need a whole segment.
How? No, we're not. No. Because if they do that one night, people will say, man.
No. I think because it looks like you have a valid point. You've actually mentioned before. I think we should do a whole segment on that.
No, because it does boil down to democracy.
Relate that to this we're talking about now.
Yeah, because it's the democracy in terms of how people view United Kingdom and how people view Russia.
Yeah.
Right? Even though Russia will claim that they are off that standard and off that philosophy of democracy, but they're not, right? Like they are still a communist nation.
Yeah, they're a communist nation.
Right?
I mean, guys got just won another 6 years or what is it? Just won.
No, Putin is a king. He's not a crown king, but he's a king of Russia.
But he's just won the presidency again, isn't it?
But against
in the poll.
Who was his contest?
Somebody.
Exactly.
We don't know, but somebody ran.
He's what he's known as a unofficial chairman, right? So he's an unofficial king of Russia. Right? So that's where Russia is, and that's where whether we like it or not, whether we want to declare it, but that's the perspective.
Yeah.
And we have been built up in this mentality of freedom of speech and freedom of will and all of that beautiful thing about freedom and having and safeguarding your own will, which I for one totally am for. Right? So when we then see a society that doesn't uphold that, we automatically
think it's false and it's bad, it's evil.
Right? And that's just the mentality of what people
when now that Great Britain knows that, they've campaigned against this, they've written and read and said all manner of things about Russia. Why was the response like, and now this is what's painful. Now we're both expelling diplomats back and forth. Russia released 20 or released 22. People's jobs are at stake. Yeah, these guys are going to be all right. Let's not get it wrong. These diplomats are going to be okay.
I'm glad you said that.
They're going to be okay. Don't get me wrong. But it's like now become, I don't. When you're in Nigeria, you're playing cantas.
Yes.
Like that's what it's become. It's become. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's starting to become something on serious. So you have Germany. Even Trump is saying something. Well, you have Germany. You have United States. You have France. You have England. All condemning Russia. Yes, we know they all have maybe first-hand information or whatever, or maybe it's a joint thing saying, you know what, in this time of Brexit, where EU looks so fragile, this is what we need to do to present a strong forefront.
It's a good game. That's what I'm saying. It's a good game for the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell you that Boris is my jigger.
Yeah, tactically, it looks like they're united on the forefront. Even with America, people don't agree with that.
It's great for us as a nation, right? To be seen as the protagonist, to be saying, hey, yo, this is what Russia is doing.
Hey, we're the good guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And it's great. It's a great narrative for us to have. Right? So when we do come to the table, right, of, our divorce bill, if we were to able to somehow escape this thing that we have with Russia, that not too damaging, I think our divorce bill will be a lot less.
And that brings me to my point. So, do you think Russia did it?
But I think Russia did what? I don't know what you're talking about. Do I think Russia did what?
See, someone wants to work in MI5, but you don't want to die.
No, I'm not saying.
Did they, the Nevergen thing?
Did they do what? Do I think Russia killed?
No, attacked the spy. He's not dead yet.
Okay.
He's in critical condition.
Okay, attempted to kill a known spy, double agent.
Yeah, double agent.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
But someone said to me,
but there's also a part of my mind that says politics. And this is just too good.
Yeah, it's too good to be true. And someone said to me, like, I think if Putin wants someone dead, he'll be dead.
Yeah, true. I would like to agree on that, but I think a double agent may not be as easy. May not be as easy.
Because
but I'm only basing this on just the accolades of films that I've watched.
007.
You know what I mean?
No, but
not just that.
This is the other side of things where I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, it is possible that they did it. He's a double spy, you know. To be honest with you know what they say in the street, snitches get stitches, isn't it?
I don't know what
I'm just saying, you know. In
man,
reference,
man,
in the words of
never been
Cameron,
on the streets.
you be alright, you tough, right?
I ain't never been on the
You be alright,
streets.
B.
So, oh no.
No.
Oh no.
No, it's the saying they say in movies. That's why I got it from.
You out here living your life on the streets,
on the streets, man. Right in the corner.
Bird gang.
Okay, let's be serious for me. This is a serious issue.
Yeah.
But so going back to my point, this is what I'm saying. There are two ways I'm thinking about it, and I think everybody should always think about things. Because I always say something about this generation. We think we ask questions, but we just ask the wrong questions. We think we're very inquisitive, we question everything. Oh, it's the new era, we question everything. Why should I do this? We ask the wrong questions, especially the young ones. They're asking the wrong questions. No one's saying you should not wear what you want to wear. That's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, how does this affect me? And a lot of young people just walk around.
So how do you think this affects us then?
Now, part of my French, I want to apologize to our listeners, you know, this is not to offend you. If this turns into a shitstorm, right? It affects everybody. We're all in it. You know that, right?
Okay, so let's
me and you.
We
can go back to Lagos.
Oh, I thought you said me and you are in it.
You can go back to Benin. Nigerians, we don't die for people. That is standard. We do not die for people. When the time is right, we swap that boy getting for green. It's very easy. It's interchangeable. When you get to the airport, I'm trying to exit the country. Is that Burgundy? When you get to Nigeria, just tender your green. But you know, for people who we're born here, aren't familiar with. You know.
Okay, so let's play the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
What would you think the worst case scenario? Paint us the worst case scenario to your understanding.
It's not going to happen.
That's why I said just paint us.
But to paint a fictional worst case scenario is they expel diplomats back and forth. Yeah. And then England decides to retaliate, probably like killing another double spy. It's a shitstorm, something said in the media, you know. Unfortunately, someone. And then be like, okay, you two, and then it goes, and it just blows out our hands, you know.
I think that's what they have.
Russia and the Legion and the allies, England and the allies, and it all of a sudden becomes WW3 again. It won't get to that stage. I'm just saying. You said I should paint a. It might become like a mini Gulf War or something, you know. Then we're affected because our livelihoods are affected. Nobody knows what's safe anymore, you know. Do you understand? It's just like how like the suicide bombers are affecting daily lives on a daily basis. You know. Now imagine that, and someone now saying, "No, that doesn't affect me." No, you can be at the wrong place at the wrong time, or right place at the wrong time. It affects, and I think as a younger generation, we've been blessed with that I don't care attitude, which is like, you know, can be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
And then we've been blessed with that inquisitive way of life where we're allowed to question things, but we ask the wrong questions. So, you know, we've established the fact that the never gen happened, that okay, our point of view on who did it. But I feel like young people need to ask more questions about this.
Yeah, man. I get you. I hear you on that.
Yeah.
I think definitely, but I think it's also the matters of state will never ever be something that we are gonna be privy to. And if we are, we're only going to be privy to a tiny portion.
Same thing as Brexit.
Yeah, except, well, yeah.
You could Brexit is a matter of the state, but it was put to the people.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Brexit is different because it's a political agenda and an economical agenda.
I think, well, like we established about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is more of a security and
national threat.
And national threat. So I don't think that's something where
probably not national threat, but a threat.
To understand, it could be. We never know how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Because if they can touch that guy, and that guy 10 years ago, they can touch anyone.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's something we're never gonna really grasp really and truly. But I guess that's the fun of speculation, and that's the fun of doing the what ifs and trying to understand to the best of your your knowledge what's there, what's on the table.
Yeah.
And I always think in the case of Russia is such a hidden
power.
A hidden, it's like. Did you ever watch Star Wars?
The old one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Just that's a no. Okay, cool. The second Star Wars movie is called The Empire Strikes Back. Yes, it's the second one.
One of the new ones, yeah?
No, I'm talking
the old ones. I'm not really a big fan of Star Wars.
Okay, cool. So basically, Russia is kind of like that. So what happens is that, in the first one, they destroy this massive Death Star machine that like destroys planet in an instant. So in the second one, what they don't understand is that why everybody's like celebrating this, victorious harmony time. The evil men, the evildoers are like, like they're like gathering their army in the shadows, right? Nobody really knows, and then they're building up another Death Star, but this time it's 2 times bigger than the first one. Yeah. And nobody knows until it's too late, and it's called The Empire Strikes Back, and then they strike back. I feel like that's kind of like Russia, right? They've kind of painted this photo to Europe, right, being one of the head on the table, right? And they're painting like this great thing about what they're going to do for Europe, what they're going to do for the economy, and in the shadows they're building this unforeseeable army or like treacherous evil people. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? And eventually they're going to be like, you know what? We do not need you Europeans.
Are they part of you?
Of course.
Stupid question, but because the way they've been painted, it's so hard to believe they are part of it.
Yeah.
It is really hard.
It's a massive land that they occupy. It's a land that stretches all the way to Asia.
Yeah, I mean from the USSR.
Yeah. So
split into Russia and all that stuff.
So it's something that I feel like that's what I say. It's a bold move.
You see, that's one thing I can't agree with. I don't agree that it's a bold move.
It's a bold move.
You're not talking to Buhari. Listen, we give you 2 hours.
It's a problem because you're taking, with the type of leadership that we have, right? The media paints our leaders as infidels. Right?
So they do that to Putin as well?
No, they do not do that to Putin. No, that's what. He's the only president that is never painted wrongly. Like they say according to what the stereotype that he likes to portray. But they never paint him in a bad light, right?
What, because they can't, or what?
I don't know. I feel like some media outlets are scared of him, and they probably have every right to be, right? And I feel like for us as UK, everyone laughs at Theresa May. They laugh at this, the guy that, in the hands of Boris Johnson, and it's like, for me, that's why I feel like it's such a bold move. It's a win-win situation for England.
For me, I think it's more of a political move than anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, dead on.
Yeah.
Asking you this question, dead on, I just want your straight up answer. Do you think Russia is responsible for it? Dead on. What you think? Not maybe, not even. Dead on.
From what is available right now.
Obviously, you can't. We're not that intuitive about what's going on. In terms of backdoors. But according to the information you've read, in the news you've heard. Do you think Russia is responsible for this?
Nah, man.
You don't think so?
Nah.
A part of me agrees with you. Because, when a person said to me on Sunday, like, if they want you dead, you're going to die.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. That whole, when someone does, that's why you might say, oh, it's a good political move. Yes, it is. You might say it's a great political move. Yes, it is. Does it show forefront of European countries, with Brexit being a mess, are they showing a strong forefront that, a piece of paper can't split us? Yes, it makes sense. There's America now joining in, make America look like they're not in the wilderness anymore by themselves, like in a naughty corner. Yes, it makes Trump look like he's doing something, substantial with his time, and he's making a big call, because even America is starting to they did expel 1 or 2 diplomats as well, didn't they? He didn't sign, he cancelled the contract for one of the Russian whatever. It's making them all, everyone's seen this and go, ooh, they killed someone in England. time to make a move. Even Macron, he's whatever state has gone down a bit. This brought him back up, making a bold statement against Vladimir Putin. Like people look at even this young,
but
everyone's using it as a political pawn. So
Vladimir is the king of Russia.
Listen,
let me tell you. Except he's assassinated, he's still going to remain president of Russia.
I had an interesting fact actually here on my phone.
He's the supreme sovereign ruler of Russia, Vladimir Putin.
There's a headline that says here, as we try to wrap up, that the Norwegian poisoning in England was a message to the rest of the world. Now, for me, when I read this headline, I call BS. Honestly, because a message to the world that we can kill anyone in your country.
That you can still be touched. It's to the spies. It's a code for the spies, that people that are in it, to go like, listen. If you ever try to double cross Russia, you can be touched.
No, I think it's a glorified headline. There's been a lot of glorified headlines about this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you saying that, does that paint Russia in a bad light? No, it paints Russia in a powerful, authoritative, manner.
But for me, I just want to say, to the people of Salisbury, business just shut down a bit, it affected daily lives, and this is the risk behind, whatever, even if it's a political tactic or whatever, people's livelihoods are affected, and this is why I want young people, and I don't necessarily mean like 13, 14 to 18, I mean from like when you can think for yourself, you need to start asking questions. We're in an age where social media is very powerful, make these leaders uncomfortable. Don't just digest everything they feed you. You don't have to be aggressive about it. Just ask questions. Ask the right questions. I've seen in the midst of someone being poisoned in your country by another superpower, you're here talking about absolutely nothing.
We're here talking about gang.
Gang. The new Drake God's Plan. Shout out to Drake, but I like what he did in that video.
Yeah, I like what he did.
This is what I'm saying. It's like we need to start asking, as a generation, we need to start asking more inclusive, because we have these 60-year-old people who just rule and they just do what your parents do to you. Daddy, what's that? Don't worry. That's exactly how we're being treated. Honestly, that's how we're being treated. As a generation. So, if you're Nigerian or you're from the Caribbean and you have dual nationality, start dusting your passport. Anything can happen.
Start getting that renewed if it's expired.
Yes.
Tell you that right now.
Embassies are getting filled up. There's no more appointments. Dust it up. I have my green passport. Else, do you have your green passport?
I never had one.
Okay. Anyway, it's time for us to shut down the show now. I can't believe you said you didn't know. It's time to wrap up today's episode.
Man like Boris came through. yes, Boris. Huh?
Please stop.
That's my jigger there.
Please stop.
Yo!
Please stop.
Hey, listen, when he was mayor of London, I literally tipped him to be the next prime minister. I still believe he'll still be the next prime minister.
I think then that England will be ruined.
No, they won't. I think England would be in a worse shape if Jeremy Corbyn wasn't.
Oh, let's not even go there, because you know what? Yeah, Jeremy Corbyn's a bit like you. He made some statement about
I know you did not.
The other way.
No, you did not.
Yes. No, I mean about your opinion on this matter tonight.
Okay.
He refused to condemn Russia.
Why would he? Come on, he was a supporter of that.
But wait, why was the press going against him for that? Why were they trying to crucify him for that?
I just told you.
Every man has an opinion.
No. Not in a political arena, you do not. Because of what the original narrative is. The original narrative is Russia is a state, is a state that in a way is still finding its foot after communism, after all these years.
Yeah.
And they have a leader that's been leading in power since the day of Reformation.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas we, right, even though we're not entirely Republican, but we're a democracy nation.
But you can't, if Corbyn is saying, what was done was irresponsible, was this, he's condemned the act.
Yes.
But maybe he doesn't have enough information, or maybe he does and he's choosing not to.
Yes. So that's the thing. For a party leader to sit on the fence in a situation like this is not tolerable. in the world of media. You cannot sit on the fence.
Yeah, because it's a soundbite for everything. They just bit on it.
I know, but that's just what the narrative is. That's just
for me. It's not different from Trump trying to sit down with Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is. What's the difference?
The difference is that at least with Trump,
North Korea's been
the difference is that at least with Trump, you know where he stands. With Jeremy Corbyn, you don't.
Okay,
know.
we're gonna leave that section for politics.
No matter how bad he is, you know where he stands.
Anyway,
with Jeremy,
that would be a different. We can go on all night about this. That would be a different section.
You know one of my best quotes from Pirates of the Caribbean, right? The very first one. Jack Sparrow says, you don't have to worry about dishonest guys because you can always trust them to be dishonest. It's the honest guys that you have to worry about because you never know when they're going to be dishonest.
Wow, what you said sounds like an attack.
No, I'm just saying that in terms of
it sounds like an attack.
I'm just saying that instead of Jeremy Corbyn.
Labour.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we'll come to that in one day.
We definitely have to have a
and for somebody that was a wholehearted Labour member for a good 10 years. And I'm not Labour. I do not vote for any party.
Okay.
Right.
You probably don't want to say that aloud.
Why not? That's my right. That's my right.
Okay.
That's my right to say that there is no party.
It's only us.
No, there is no party right now that's fit for me to be a member of.
Okay, right now.
Right now.
I like that comeback.
No, it's true.
Okay.
Like, it's politics. Like I'm not selling my life away. That's what people don't understand. It's politics change. Times change. People's principles change. Yes, I understand that the core value may not to an extent, but people are that like the label you see today is not the label of 10 years ago. The same thing with the Conservative. Right, the same Conservatives, yes, they might uphold the same principles in the years of Thatcher, but it's not the same major principles that they do as now.
Yeah. Anyway, let us know what you think.
Yes.
Is it Team Russia or Team GB? What do you think?
Or Team Boris?
Or Team... No, come on, man.
Team Vladimir Putin?
Let us know what you think about this situation. Do you think it's all done for political, gains? Or is it actually something to be worried about? And do you think... as a new generation, we don't question our political leaders enough until it comes to the time where we're actually presented with something to question, like Brexit. Things like this, should they be questioned? Let us know what you think.
Or if you think we're, swimming above our depth, then let us know as well.
You have to probably break that down because I don't know what that would mean.
If we're biting more than we can chew.
You mean as a nation or as young people?
No, I mean as in this topic.
Okay, well, and that too, like we said, it's talking about serious matters, with a bit of sense of humor, to it, but, for some reason, we did get a bit serious tonight, and that's what we try to bring to you guys. Thank you very much again. This is episode 14. My name is Tola, and this is Oz, and this is BigLoudMouth. You were supposed to say your name.
Yeah, but you guys said I should stop saying my name in it because apparently I'm thirsty.
Okay. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Love you.
Good night.